4 years, a dozen young chefs. How do you prepare them for what's going to be the toughest 4 years of their lives? The sacrifices that they have to make, the people they have to give up, the friends and family that won't see them. It's such an unbelievably tough road, but I know that we're going to be successful in the end. The toughest part about being on Team Canada is the expectation. The level that you need to achieve to represent your country is a daunting task. People don't realize how much work and how much dedication that these young people have to put in to make this happen. The motivation is always medals. Day one, they think about winning, but they very quickly realize that this journey is not about winning. I hope that when we get to the end of this journey, that everyone on the team has a full recollection of what they were given, the opportunities that they have, and where they can take these opportunities as they go forward in their lives. How do you describe to people the sacrifice they're going to make before they make it? You know what it's going to take, but it's impossible to put into words. They have to live it to understand it. I hope when they get to the end, they realize how lucky, how fortunate, and how privileged they are to represent their country. David, I find, is one of our best cooks, and we say that in the chef world. Is there some guys that just have this innate ability? He doesn't necessarily follow the rules. The product that comes out at the end of the game is usually really, really good with David.
The jokester, like he's the first one to crack a joke.
I love his laugh. His a little chuckle.
I think he's a type of guy that in any level, he would give the shirt off his back for you. I want a guy like that.
I feel like this team and being around these people have really made a difference in David's life.
Is your mom?
Definitely like the lighthearted spirit of the team. She can really bring a person up.
Myself and Danny, we've been the first competitors all the way up to the end now.
Killer at slaying fish with Ben.
It's bad to say, but Danny's a kitchen chick.
With the team that we are, we wouldn't be able to do it without her.
She's very realistic, so she tells you exactly what it is and how she feels. I think that's really good when you're working so closely with people that tend to just bullshit.
Carly brings a flair. Don't mess, I'll be your best friend, but don't mess with me.
She's in a very hard position because you become the alternate, which to me the alternate is as important as the people on the team. And she's just come to the revelation of how important that is, and it's kind of a really cool thing to watch.
I call him the grinder. He comes in, he puts his head down, and he just does work.
When he first joined the team, he was really shy and wasn't as, like crazy as other people, but as he's got more comfortable, he's gotten weirder, and it's the best part of him.
I love Robbie. He's great. He's just one of those people that you can give a burger to and he just takes it and moves on.
High frequency, high octane.
But what strikes me as the most important quality of what Robbie brings to his team is his commitment to success.
He spends time here when, like the other night, I came in, he was doing the freezer at 10 o'clock at night.
A rock star, he's a speed demon, he's the knife king, he's our production guy.
I wouldn't be me without her. She's my best friend. Her skill in pastry is just amazing.
She has an ability I've never seen in another competitor to switch on a competitive mode when she needs it.
I've never seen anybody replicate things that have been taught to her better than Megan.
A lot of people, when you're training them or coaching them, you have to do it with them 100 times. With Megan, 2 times I can do it with her, and she's got it. I think it sits there every day with, it's why she gets angry. It's why when something doesn't turn out, she gets mad, because she wants to be the best. She wants people to take notice that I did this, this is mine.
He's a really good leader for this team. I mean, he's really goofy and funny when we're not in the kitchen, but when we need to be serious, he brings us all together.
As much as he can joke around with us and he can be a friend outside of competition and outside of practice, he can really hammer down and make sure we are serious when we need to be.
He definitely sets the tone and attitude of the team, so if he's having a good time, everybody's having a good time. If he's having like a shitty time, like, you can tell the team's not where it could be.
Tries to think of everyone as much as he can. He does so much background work that no one even sees. That I don't know if everyone always appreciated, but he always did it no matter what. Like, they had countless hours after we left the kitchen.
I remember one time talking to his father after one of the practices, and he even came up to us and he's like, this guy's a different person.
Plays off on all the other people, all the other members of the team strive to be the same caliber as Ben, because every move that he makes in the kitchen is with purpose.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Good. Everyone have a good summer? Yes. Good. Did you have fun? Did you go to the beach? Did you play with your friends? No? We have got a big task in front of us for the next 60 days, but I'm super excited about it. Anxious is probably a better word, because I want to get on the plane tomorrow. But we've got work to do over the next 60 days. So what we want to do is sort of set the stage today, look at where we're going to go in sort of sub-segments over the next 60 days, and how we're going to get ourselves ready to kick ass in Germany. We've had our break, and now our mental focus needs to be on this task for the next 2 months of your lives. So if you look at it in the big picture of where we are in the world and where you're going to go, we're asking for 60 days of a long life and a long career for you to focus on this one thing. We have one collective goal as a group. Then your life is your own. But for the next 60 days, your life is ours.
Our expectation is that we're going to be on top of the hill today. We're kind of trying to shave literally, if we can, up to an hour off of this. Our meat is tight, our product is tight, flavorful, sanitation, trying to get into a nice flow. It's the first time we've done it again, timed.
For you, David, Megan, all the way through the entire team. So when you go into today and your final practices, make it personal. Own the pieces and push it, okay?
Everybody, let's go. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3,
get it! The Edible Buffet is one of 2 competitions, and probably the most difficult and never been done at Olympic competition before. They have to create an entire buffet, fish preparation, hot course, dessert, hors d'oeuvres, all done in a 4-hour preparation time and an hour of setup and delivery to guests. This is a live event, nothing done behind the scenes, everything done in front of the judges, an extreme level of organization and timing. Nothing left to chance, everyone has their job, everyone knows the focus to make sure that there's nothing wasted in their 4 hours. The level of detail is unbelievably precise. Everything has to look its best, everything has to be shiny and beautiful, everything has to be done with culinary expertise, and of course, everything has to taste fantastic. The setup is important, no time to waste. Every second counts. When we get to Germany, we won't have any extra time to do anything in our time period. Each item has been designed over and over and over again to make sure that we meet the standards set out by the judges. Nothing can be wasted. Everything has to look spectacular. Even the coaches take the time to make sure that the setup and preparation is exactly the way it should be.
You gotta do it, but if you have a fucking plan, then you follow the plan, right? Till the fucking finish. And you didn't think this out, or did your colleagues?
Good table. We talked about the fact that we needed to see a decent table. We're not at the table we need yet, but we needed to at least see the light at the end of the tunnel. We definitely saw the light at the end of the tunnel. The hot program is where the team feels the most comfortable. 3-course meal. This is done for guests at a lunch. Timing, service, preparation, all part of the plan and all part of what the judges are looking for. Each element is carefully designed. It's been over a year that they've been working on this menu, and these are their last final moments to get it ready for Germany. Each recipe has been done 100 times. Each element has been done 100 times.
I think they're on top of the game. The shit bombs were dropped late earlier. We're already given, fed, shit burgers, we're good.
Thanks everybody for coming tonight. We're really excited to do our last hot program run before we go to Germany. So we're glad that you guys could all come and enjoy. Our first course tonight is a tea brined and sous vide salmon. It has a light smoke to it as well. We have a lobster bar, a kale yogurt sauce, a egg yolk mustard sauce, and a little bit of grapefruit.
Trying to really speak Canadiana and what the land has to offer. So we started East Coast with the lobster and the salmon. We're gonna go West Coast this time with a duo of beef.
For dessert, you're gonna have an apple and ice wine dessert. So it's a warm apple on an apple cake with an apple cheesecake with an ice wine jelly filling and lemongrass sorbet. So there's a bunch of different garnishes and accompaniments, crumbles and sauces. So hopefully everything you enjoy. Thanks.
This dessert has had so much effort and so much time spent on making sure it's perfect. Every detail. This has been months in the making with only weeks left to go. We have good ideas on our buffet with some tweaks to come. We got 3 really good plates, right, that we're just gonna crank down and make great. But we're totally on track. We're in a good spot, but we cannot lose sight of the prize. This is the last time we'll practice before we go to Germany. This is the last time we'll look at our table. This is the last time that we'll make decisions that'll affect 3.5 years of hard work.
Hey, I love the speed of, it was like you guys weren't even working. It was awesome. That will fuck up other teams. If you guys can have that fun, have that pace, like you guys were virtually not doing anything kind of idea, I think that's going to mess up a lot of people and send a lot of judges to leave you alone. So I think this was definitely necessary. I think it was time well spent. Again, I know that we're in the 90s to 95s on both programs. And I know once we get there with well rested, a little bit of kind of get away from it, get into the motion of this, and then 2 strong days. The podium's in sight.
Well, he's always been my mentor. So, you know, when I first met him, I was in first year and he wasn't my teacher. I did a competition. And since then, I've always gone to him for advice. He's been probably one of my biggest supporters other than my parents. And, you know, he just, for some reason, sees something in me.
Obviously, the head coach takes the leadership position and the role to take responsibility of what's going on, right? So it's definitely a big job, and he just obviously wants the best for us, has the best interest of us individuals as a team. The skills, he's just very knowledgeable about cooking in general, as he's a master chef, a Kuchmeister, I think. I don't know how to say it. I always think that Olaf's watching me, so I gotta you know, I gotta hurry up.
He's helped me through the good and the bad. He's seen me through all the shitty addictions, all the, you know, shitty parts of my life that happened, and he's sort of been there to, not in a loving way, but kick me in the ass.
He's always starts the day in a positive mood, I think. No matter if he wants to be mad at us because it's something we did, he always starts our day off in a positive mood no matter what.
Avi brings his Aviness, you know, there's a lot of information about doughs and crackers and really intricate stuff and fish.
Olaf and Avi definitely know what to say and when to say it in order to get us to work better, to work harder, to work faster, to get out of a slump. The two of them together are really good at putting you back in your place, if you will, if you've gone off. If you've mentally gone off, if you've physically gone off. Separately, they're also very great mentors, but together they are one amazing professional leader.
I love working with all of them. Chef Scott Backler was the first one to kind of recognize me and bring me here to where I am.
First of all, Scott, I mean, he's our only guy with other international competition experience. So first and foremost, he has been there as a professional. He has been there, has been judged at these competitions, has been a member of Professional Team Canada. So he, plain and simple, brings that experience to the table. He's made this stuff. He knows what judges are looking for. He understands the dynamic of competition. And so he was able to sort of hit the road running as he came in about a year ago and was able to sort of just help right away because he didn't have to come up to speed or anything. And he could also help. Because he's had experience, he could bring a little bit more to Avi and Olaf and bring their game up because he could, you know, tell them of some of the experiences he had. You know, Catherine's in a really tough role because Catherine probably has the least amount of international experience, but probably some of the most amount of actual cooking and industry experiences among the group, and has certainly had a lot of great things in her pastry background, but not necessarily in competition. On top of that, she got a tough role to follow. So Catherine is the 6th mentor / coach / professor that Megan has had to work with. And it's been an unbelievable up and down road for Megan.
He's done this a couple times, even being here at the college as the dean. He's always been there as a great support and mentor. And now in the team setting, having done this prior, he's got a lot of experience to bring to the table that adds to what we're doing to make us better. We kind of have a great relationship where I see a lot of where I want to go, and he teaches me how to get there a little bit. It's great.
Craig's the reason this all happened. Craig is the person who gave us all a chance in the first place. He's the one who initially believed in us all. And without Craig, I don't think we would be where we are today. Without the help of him, without his professional connections and networking to get us the professionals to help us move forward as quickly as we did. I mean, coming into this 4 years ago, none of us knew anything about this. None of us knew how to glaze. None of us knew the level of technique and skill that was involved with this process. And through his help, through his dedication and his believing in all of us, I believe that he's advanced all of our skill levels immensely and allowed us this opportunity to represent Canada on the world stage, something that not many people ever in their career or life get the chance to say that they've done.
And the real work begins. Setup and scaling is absolutely vital, and nothing can be left to chance. They've done this 100 times, but never for real. Now the nerves are there, now the adrenaline is going, and they're trying hard to keep their emotions in check while they make every last small preparation for what's going to be 5 hard days of work.
What would really make us feel like we are where we need to be is tomorrow, just to see you guys in your element, doing what you do and pretending that we're not at Stanzel's and we're in Central Stores or HT 108, the Tune, whatever.
Peterburg music's got to be on.
Yeah, like something like that.
All right.
That's
the vibe we need.
Just that would make us feel even at a better place. Not looking around at all the German signs. I just want to feel like that we're in HT 108 and we can get kicked out of there anytime or whatever.
So that's just the minor thing I ask you all. Is we all have our idiosyncrasies. I'm an idiot. We all have these things, but no chirping on this is us. We're family. We've been doing this for a long time. We're going to be family for the rest of our lives together. We've gone through this great journey, but no chirping and no squirting about someone else. We all know we all have our things. We've all said it to each other 100 times, but now we're super tight family.
Just kind of making sure everybody's on task, taking a look at each product piece again, tasting it, and making sure that we're 100% confident and happy with the product that we have, and gathering any missing pieces, hashing out any fine details that might be up in the air still, or any concerns. But overall, yeah, we're having a good day so far, and yeah, with a product like this, you cannot not be excited. So.
We need the signs in the right place, and then we need the plates in the right place.
You can't have the plate that the guest picks it up different than the show plate, right? That doesn't make any sense. The show plate has to be the same plate that you use over there.
Oh, yeah. There's a baby one.
Olympic apprentice. You're fired.
Life in competition is not about guest houses, drinking beer, and going to fancy places. It's about getting together, eating as a family, and getting ready for competition.
Did you miss me?
Yes.
Yeah. We made it!
I'm gonna go on a pin collection.
Looks good. Why did I trust?
Hi.
It is an unbelievably difficult thing to do, but you guys have already put in the work. You don't have to do any extra work this week. You've already done it. You've already worked. You've already sacrificed. There's nothing else that you have to do. All you need to do now is do what you already know how to do. And all those things that we did, the charity events at Cirillo's, like it's an endless list. We didn't do it just 'cause, but it was very specifically planned out to get you guys ready. Whether it was an ease of conversation with other chefs, whether it was how to travel and pack and unpack and move stuff around, how to be in strange kitchens, how to be cook out of the seat of your pants, how to make things happen in a strange environment. We set those things up on purpose to get you ready for this week.
I think we've been working so hard from the beginning till now, and I don't think that we can lose sight of what we've been working for. It's been hard, and I know we're all really excited to go, but like looking at the big picture or the day-to-day, we've just been doing this over and over and over again, but when you really think about it, this is what we've been working towards, and it's here. And it's really exciting and like makes me really nervous, but this is literally it. This is it.
Such an unbelievable feeling getting on the bus, heading for your first day of competition. All that work, all that effort, all that sacrifice, it all comes down to the next few minutes. Do we have everything ready? Have we packed the right things? Have we got our equipment in place? Did we forget anything? Are we going to be ready for competition? I think we are.
I gotta ask you for a favor today. Today's my day to ask for a favor. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Canada!
I think that I am lucky to be a part of this team. We've come so far, and it shows in the work that they're doing right now.
When you step into that competition kitchen, it's hard to describe the feeling. You turn into a robot. You do something you've done so many times. You've done it in your sleep. You've dreamt about it and possibly had nightmares. But you get in an automatic way of thinking. You're not paying attention to the people behind the glass. You're not paying attention to the judges. You're not paying attention to the coaches. You just have a job to do. And you're trying to do it to the best of your ability and hope that the result turns out the way that you want. Probably about an hour of actual cooking. Then we got about a half hour where they've got to pack up everything, temperature sensitive, cold, all the delicate stuff, and they're going to actually transport about 200 yards that way, up 2 flights of stairs, and then they have about an hour to do actually present their buffet to the judges. So that's going to be the stressful part, I think, of the night. The last 20 minutes before service, the pressure is unbelievable. All that work, all that effort is coming down to these last few moments with only seconds to spare. Getting the platter set up, getting the hors d'oeuvres the right temperature, getting hot service ready to go, make sure the garnishes are perfect, make sure everything is straight, everything is in line. Nothing left to chance. Is our platter going to be good enough? Are we going to win a gold medal? Time will tell.
Okay, guys, 30 minutes. Strong.
Dessert becomes a challenge. We had planned for 3 years to present this on the table. They told us 4 days before the competition we had to do it a la carte in front of the judges, timed for service. Everyone had to jump in and help. Everyone had to make sure that everything was right and to get the dessert out on time for the judges.
With the leg meat, we've confit it and then folded it in with a little bit of chicken farce to make like a presse style terrine. Finishing that with a little bit of cherry and herb. Market vegetables, just a quick saute, roasted plum, and essence of plum and cherry on the plate as well. Enjoy.
Ball is a white chocolate mousse with a blueberry center, and then you have a lemon cake, a lemon curd, blueberry jelly, and a lavender mousse with lots of garnishes to go with it.
Seriously.
Hey, Megan.
I just want you to know that you guys have done something incredible, fucking flat out spectacular. Congratulations, well done.
Very good day, long day.
Okay.
Let's bring it in.
Let's
Not
go.
over yet. Okay,
No,
I'm
let's
bringing
go.
back at it. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, get up!
The team just needs to know the results. I said, to be honest, so does the Danish team. And I said, I know you can't tell me, but I need some help. So he goes, well, I can't tell you because it's not official. He said, but what do you need from me? I said, I need your big gun and your big hammer, and I need you to go get someone to tell me the result. He's like, oh, okay, well, that sounds easy. So he calls Rick over. I don't remember Rick because he used to work in Canada. But he's actually he's the head guy in charge of the results, right? He comes over and he goes, what's the problem here? Give him the whole story. And he said, I said, I just need the result. He goes, you need the points? I said, I don't care about points. I don't need a ceremony. I just need to know what the medal is. Oh, that's great. You got gold.
Last one. Ready?
Let's do this.
I can inhale all the cigarettes in the world, but I can't inhale.
Make faces at your face.
Do it. Yeah.
I'm the good.
Oh, all right.
Robbie, next.
Awesome.
Okay.
My man. Bobby, do it big. It's too early for the big slaps.
Can we hug Megan?
Yeah,
We already hugged. We had a big hug in the room this morning.
You can't do that with me, Benny. All right, baby. Just do you. You don't need anything else. Just do you. Come here.
This is the last one.
Alright, 4 C's, calm, clean, clinical, Canadian. Let's do it big today. Have fun. Keep it nice and chill. But this is it. 5 hours. That's all we're asking. And after that, we're home free. So let's bring it home.
Okay. Let's do it. I got nothing. You guys are here. You're going to make history. You're on top of the crest. You can make it happen for yourselves, for your family, for Canada. 1, 2, 3.
Canada!
All right,
Yep.
we can start.
Go. Thank you.
This is it. Last day. Last competition. Last dinner. Last practice. It all comes down to 5 hours. All the work, all the effort. And they have one more task to perform.
What's that black stuff you put all over it?
Culinary hot steam.
In the middle of this cutting time. Okay, let's go.
Okay, my back hurts. Sorry, mine did too. That's why I kind of wanted to keep going.
I feel like an old man.
You fucking killed that.
No, it was good.
I have results, and I'm going to sort of get right to the point. And we have some discussion. So we got silver today. You didn't make a mistake that was fatal. You didn't, if I had only done this, if I had only done that. You're human beings. You absolutely did the best that I've ever seen you in 3.5 years. That's how you performed today. I'm not just saying that. It's the truth. And I can't tell you, I can't give you a story that's going to make you feel better. But you're going to have to reflect on how you performed today. You were awesome. I don't think they did anything wrong. If I could go back in time and had a chance to change things or train differently or do a different menu, I would. I was absolutely thrilled with their performance. I couldn't ask any more. I've watched these guys for 3.5 years. I know what they can do. They gave their best in the kitchen this week.
All those viewers out there, we just got you.
No. Yeah, we got you. Triple reneg.
Yeah, we achieved lots. Yeah, we got the score.
Amazing, absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the closest you've been to anyone after spending 4 years every day, basically, with each other. And it means a lot, definitely, on the fact that you know that there's no real judgment. I mean, you get judged every day on this scale, but to know that they have your back no matter what is something to take pride about. So,
obviously, when we go to Germany, I want the focus to be, you know, what we can put out and put it out perfectly. For me, obviously, I want to see us get on the podium. I want to do it for Judd. I want to do it for Olaf, Avi, Craig, for all the time that they sacrificed. But just generally, I just want us to go there, you know, keep our heads up and kick ass. And no matter what happens, is like, we still walk out being proud. You know, to walk in and become Team Canada after never doing it before. Win or lose, doesn't matter. We did what we could, you know, and we put all into it. There's nobody outside this team can say that we haven't done as much as we possibly could to do what we could. Like, we've all sacrificed so much in the last 4 years to be here that when it all comes together, I think we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
This team definitely gave me a lot of opportunities. When I first started the team, the coaches took me in and said, hey, like, it's not about cooking. You're going to learn so much more than just cooking that you're going to take on to your whole life. And they're right. The amount of attention to detail I look at now, professionalism, how you dress, how you perceive things, and the way you show up, the way you talk to people. All of my skills like that have just completely changed. The next step in my life, I definitely taken so much, so many skills and from being on this team.
Our 4-year journey was in search of medals. What we found was a family.